Welcome to the town of Ridgeway here as we preview the 2013 Ridgemont Golden Gophers on this Kenton Moose Family Center 428 football preview. Andy Lynch and Chris Parks with you. We're joined first by Mike Eversole, the head coach of the Golden Gophers in his second season, and Justice Magoo, the junior running back and linebacker. First, Coach, let's start with you. Let's reflect a little bit on 2012. You guys got off such a great start last season, 5-1, kind of slipped a little bit down the stretch. Are you guys optimistic going into 2013 after having a pretty decent year in 2012?
Yeah, last year, we had some injuries about midway through. Lost a lot of starters. I think we finished the season last year with 6 or 7 starters on the bench, which made it tough. But at the same time, it gave a lot of our younger guys a lot of live action. So this year, we are looking to definitely improve on what we did last year.
With a small program, obviously injuries can do exactly what it did to you last season. Are there things you can do this year or in the off season to build in that depth?
Well, a lot of what we tried to do this year was get our weight program going. Definitely saw a big improvement this year over the last couple years. A lot more kids in the weight room, working harder. So hopefully, that will stave off some injuries that plagued us last year.
One guy, it looks like he's been in the weight room. He's a lot bigger than I am. Justice Magoo here, down here, the junior, running back and linebacker this year. What do you envision, first off, for your guys' offense as you get ready to return from a 5-5 season?
Well, I think that our offense is going to have a great improvement from last year. I mean, we've been working real hard in the offseason, doing a lot of 7-on-7s and whatnot.
Okay.
And we have most of our starters are back. We only lost a quarterback, and our second-string quarterback is coming up. He's doing very well for the amount of time he's put in. And I think we're going to do very good this year on offense.
What are some of the things you learned from the big backfield you had last year, the likes of Colin Turner?
I learned, he's of course he was stronger than I was. So, just to hit the weight room in the offseason, make myself stronger that way and, run through them like he did.
Yeah.
Coach, of course, you guys are well aware of this. The OHSA adding a 7th division. You guys will be in Division 7 this season. To kind of give you guys maybe a little bit more of a heads up on the competition and maybe give you guys more of an advantage being a division down this season?
I really don't think so.
Okay.
I looked at Division 7 and who all's in it, and quite frankly, it's a lot of the same teams.
Still pretty tough. Okay.
Ada was borderline. They ended up 6, but it's still about the same teams that are there. So I don't see a big difference in us as far as making the playoffs or the competition there.
7 home games this year, just the way it worked out with the conference going into its full year now with everybody playing everybody. Pretty nice to be you were talking earlier that you like the road games, but from a fan standpoint, nice that they get to see the team that much.
Oh, yeah, being at home is great for our fans, the local community. Last year we had a pretty good traveling on the road, but this year with 7 home games, it'll be nice. It'll be nice for the kids. They can get out of here and get home at a decent time, but myself, I like to be on the road.
Justice, out of those games that you guys have coming up, 10 ones during the regular season, 7 home games, who's your biggest rival, you think, that you've played year in and year out? Is there one team that stands out you guys always have such a close game with?
I'd say our biggest rival is probably USV.
Okay.
It's being they're in the same county, and it's always a dogfight when we go after them. So, hoping this year we're going to do the same thing we did last year and go out with the win. So,
Justice, what do you think is the big thing you guys need to work on these next few weeks and in the scrimmages to get better at?
Well, we just, we got to focus on hard work and practice and get our teamwork up. We really, focus on, our fundamentals and, just breaking things down play by play instead of, going all in at once.
Coach, did the summer kind of fly by for you? We're already in the beginning of August. School's going to start in a couple weeks. Is it kind of hard to believe that this time is actually here now?
Not really. I've been ready to go since May.
You're ready to rock and roll then, okay.
These guys, I started a countdown back during school, and it was surprising to me how rapidly the number dropped. And we're within 30 days now of kickoff, so it's time to go, and hopefully they're as ready as I am.
Van Loo for the opener last year, it was a great game, right down to the wire. Just what does that opening game mean for your school, knowing that you can get a victory there?
Well, for us, obviously winning opening night is huge to the confidence level of our players and our team. It also helps with the backing of our community. They get excited. Last year was a dogfight. This year, I don't know anything about Van Loo yet. I haven't been able to find anything on them. So hopefully this year we can come out and perform, at the level that we can perform and get another win.
Justice, how important is it for you guys to get off to such a great start like you did last season, winning those 5 games kind of right off the bat to give your team momentum this year?
Well, it's very important. Getting the first 4 wins, or how we did last year. That gave us a very big confidence booster, and I mean, that helps with the games and forward. If, we get the confidence booster right off the bat, hopefully it falls on through maybe, all 10 games.
Coach, second year as the head coach here, feel more settled? Do you feel like the guys understand your program?
Yeah, it's been actually easy this summer. We took a team camp up to Tiffin, and I ran out of things to install just because I didn't bring it with me. I didn't think we were going to get that far, and we did. So I feel that right now we're probably where we were week 4 last year.
Oh, wow.
Already right out of the gate. So, it's a definite confident booster. The guys understand the system. Having the same system for 3 years has really made a big difference in how they perform.
Coach, what can we expect from you guys on offense? What kind of schemes, what kind of things do you guys plan to run in 2013 here?
Basically, we run the triple option. We run it out of a shotgun set.
Okay.
You can expect to see Justice Magoo with the ball. 6'1", 230-pound running back.
Barrel some people over, hopefully.
He's going to be our go-to guy. We throw the ball. We got a young quarterback, so we've had to make some adjustments from losing a senior quarterback last year. But on that note, we throw the ball, we run the ball, so it'll be interesting.
What was that young quarterback able to learn a little bit from Tyler Tillman last year?
Oh yeah, he's played football with Tyler for since they were about 5. So he's helped him out a lot. He helped me out a little bit this past week on some plays that I just couldn't remember how they went. So I called him and told him he needed to come down and we'd go over it. So, but yeah, he's spent a lot of time watching him. They're 2 different style quarterbacks, so it's going to change our game a little bit, but overall it's pretty solid the way it was.
All right, that'll wrap up our first segment, Andy.
Ridgemont getting ready for 2013. The opener with Van Loo. We'll talk with a couple more players up next on our Kenton Moose Family Center 428 Pigskin Preview.
Back here with the Ridgemont Golden Gophers on this Kenton Moose Family Center 428 Pigskin Preview. 2 players now joining us. Erin Sheppard there in the red, and Derek Cobb, the senior, who only likes defense. He only plays defense. Derek, first off, let's start with you. You're defensive-minded. We just talked about that a minute ago. What do you like most about being on that side of the ball?
Hitting people.
Just hitting people?
Yeah. Getting the joy out of them not wanting to come back towards my area.
You guys were pretty successful with that the first 3 weeks of the season. 6 points allowed, 14, and then 0. Do you foresee that kind of defense again this year?
Oh, yeah, definitely, with every team we play.
What kind of defensive schemes will you guys run coming up here in 2013, Derek?
Oh, we got the 4-3. We run a lot of blitzes, a lot of zones, so we plan on picking a lot of them off and putting the quarterback on his rear end every play.
Aggressive style here by the Golden Gophers, Andy. I like it.
Erin Sheppard, one of the linebackers. You like hitting people just as much as Derek?
Of course I do.
Of course I do. Now tell us about the offensive side of the ball. A few changes with the seniors graduating. How are things looking?
It looks a lot better. It looks like we are a lot further ahead than we were last year, especially with our offensive style. And it looks like everyone's picking up the ball. And the ball is going down the field a lot quicker, a lot smoother, and everybody just knows where to be at and how to go.
Was it kind of an adjustment for you guys to kind of learn the triple option last year and the year before? Do you guys feel a lot more comfortable going into it this season with it?
I definitely feel a lot more comfortable. I feel a lot more trustworthy of our quarterback and our running backs that they know what they're doing back there.
Okay.
Erin, just your second year, you said playing football. What brought you back last year?
They just recruited me straight out of the hallway. And, I mean, it was always something in the back of my mind. I wanted to play football. And then finally I was like, yeah, get a chance to hit the weight room, give it a shot, and then I've liked it ever since.
Derek, are you pleased with the numbers you guys have? Coach said maybe mid-30s. Is this one of the bigger, turnouts maybe for football this season?
Oh, yeah, I'm happy with the turnout of kids. We get us a chance for them to learn the game, have fun, and it also gives us guys that are 4-year starters and stuff a break. You get to come off the field. Got a chance to win a lot more games that way instead of everybody getting tired and winded, because we played hard. First half, every game come out right out of the gate hitting, and then you get out in halftime, everybody gets tight and they're getting tired, and then fourth quarter comes and teams would come back or just keep going.
Derek, tell us about 7-on-7s up at Tiffin. How did that go for you guys, and what do you think you got out of it the most?
Well, I learned my position a lot better than what I thought I really knew about it. And we did good. We put up a fight with everybody. I mean, we learned that we needed a reality check. We thought we were better than what we were, and we played some bigger teams, and we got to look at some really good athletes and how good they were, so I think we had a really good turnout.
Erin, you get 1 week, week one, you get Van Loo, a game that you guys won a season ago. It seems like you guys have a nice little budding rivalry with the Van Loo Wildcats. Kind of talk about that.
I mean, there always are. Well, they've been our season opener ever since I've played, and it's just a great way to start off the season with a team we feel we most very well can beat. And it's a nice way to start off the season with that tone of beating a rival right off the gates.
All right, more with Ridgemont here from Ridgeway on the Kenton Moose Family Center 428 Pigskin Preview here on WOSN.
Our final segment here with the Ridgemont Golden Gophers, as we're now joined by Corey Eversole, coach's son, sitting next to Andy there, and Chris Wyatt down there on the far end of the set. Corey, let's start first with you. First year as a full-time starting quarterback. Any pressure on you, or how excited are you, I guess, to kind of jump into this role here as a sophomore?
I'm excited. There's a little bit of pressure, but our offense has been working a lot. We're a lot farther ahead than last year, so I think we'll be good.
What's the reason for that? Is it simply because the system's been in place for a year, or have you guys just clicked pretty well over the summer where you've been able to progress?
I think it is both. We're more used to the offense now, and we've been working more than in the past years.
Gotcha.
Chris, what can you guys do with this triple option? I mean, there's so many different ways maybe you guys can line up. There's so many different directions you can go. Is it a pretty versatile offense in your eyes?
Oh, yeah. I mean, every play we can run, pass, or Corey can just keep the ball. We have so many different options, and having this type of offense in the system for a year, we're just clicking so much faster, and it's coming together so much faster. I mean, I know my freshman year we had a totally different style of offense.
Yeah.
In my sophomore year I didn't play, but I heard they have a whole different style of offense. And then my junior year we had this offense put in. Now coming back my senior year, having the same offense is just so much better.
Mm-hmm.
Chris, defensively, you had 135 tackles last year. I think 28 or 29 in one game. How about the defense? A lot of strength coming back.
Oh yeah, defense is going to be strong. We work on it a lot. A lot of the defensive players have been in the weight room, and we got a pretty big defensive line.
Big push that they'll provide.
Oh, yeah.
Corey, talk a little bit about the defensive backfield. We just talked to Derek. He'll be with the strong safety this year. Do you guys feel real strong in the secondary coming into 2013?
Yeah, I feel pretty strong. We have a bunch of upperclassmen on the defensive side of the ball, so I think that'll help out with experience.
Looking into the NWCC, is there a game, Chris, that you kind of look forward to more than another? One of the other guys said USV. Is that kind of the rivalry game?
I can't wait. I'm excited for all of them, but USV just sticks out. I can't wait for that game.
All the NWCC opponents, of course. It seems like there's always good games with you guys and them. Corey, 7 home games this year. We talked about that in the first segment. That's kind of a unique situation to have. I'm sure you guys are excited about that.
Yeah, it's going to be nice. We'll have more time to get warmed up. Won't have to have the long bus ride.
Mm-hmm. Although your dad kind of opposed that, though. He said you guys would rather be on the road.
He likes the bus ride, he said. I'm sure you've heard about that before. Yeah. Looking through the schedule, Van Loo, then on the road at Ridgedale, 3 straight home games, Riverside, Millersport, then Fort Loramie, at Waynesfield Goshen, at Lehman Catholic, and close with USV and Perry. Ridgemont looking to make another splash this season, and we thank you for joining us on this Kenton Moose Family Center 428 Pigskin Preview. For more, you can go to WOSN.tv to see all of our previews and also highlights throughout the season. For Chris Parks and Nate Warnicki, my name's Andy Lynch. We'll see you next time on WOSN.